Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They're working that left side.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, and some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Terry.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll heave it deep. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Turns it loose deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some...
Brings into the open. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. When When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, to take a breath and exhale.
A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. To throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Offense in a bunch formation. out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced the tackle for a loss.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Hoping to move the chains, Missouri comes to the line on 4th. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Unloads it left. It's caught. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got his man. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Grab behind the line. It's Terry. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On, close to the marker, it's Coleman. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to...
There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football now.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Makes a grab past the marker. Touchdown, Basuri! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up by 17 over Purdue. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Makes the catch on the left. Finds some room. And he defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Hauls it in down the sideline. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Back to the ground game on the left. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half. I think you're seeing an example right now of some of the playmakers this offense has and just how deceptive they are. Once they have the football in their hands, they're just so difficult to tackle and bring down. David, they've got some difference makers at the running back position.
And it's really hard when you got backs and speed all over the field, but when you get in the open field, man, it's got to be each other. There's got to be multiple guys coming to the ball carrier at one time so you can get him on the ground. One guy at a time makes it really, really hard. This defense has got to do a better job getting to the football at the same time with some bad intentions. Get that dude on the ground, man.
They'll run it from the gun. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to get...
Sneak gets it done. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. The snap sets up the throw. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel...
Turning it on! Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way with a 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there.